Well, hey everybody. I do believe it is time for an update. I am back at the ranch. The last video I left you guys was the door handle fix on the truck. I was a week behind on editing that, so I was actually in Vancouver when that got posted. So yeah, I got compiled on all the. It's okay. So the door handle repair got put up, and then I have 5 hours. 129 video files of the conduit install, which turned out really good. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Got that video uploaded in town, the door handle repair. I went to my dentist, got that done. So yeah, let's get into. So a few of you saw I had a little bit of an accident on my Instagram. Got a picture uploaded, and yeah, I had a little bit of an accident. A really stupid mistake. Link in the description for the Instagram for those who don't know. I do upload pictures, kind of like a little quick updates. I don't know where I'm at, where the RV's at. I like doing the Instagram. It's easy. It's quick. Put up a picture, write a little caption. Yeah, I had a little bit of an accident. Fire trucks came. So what happened? Well, I was going to that dentist appointment when one of my rear airbags finally blew. It wasn't as violent as I thought it was going to be. I had a car on the left side of me. I was in the right lane. He was in the left lane. You could hear the echo off his car. It's just this loud, psh, just louder than I've ever heard before. And I was just like, "Is that his car?" And all of a sudden, I'm feeling the RV start vibrating really bad. I'm like, "Ah, I just blew the airbag." Because when the airbag goes out, this thing sits hard on its bump stop, so it's like there's no suspension. You can feel all the bumps in the road. So I just knew as soon as this thing started vibrating, I was like, oh crap. So I get to my dentist appointment. They cleaned the one side that was so painful. I was spitting blood forever. Oh, it feels so good to get that finally started and going. And I'm of course stressed about, oh, I'm not gonna make my other appointments now. So we get to the. We get back to the motorhome after the dentist appointment, and I figure I'm just going to go back to my little hideaway spot that I'm keeping somewhat secretive, just so I have a place to go and hide out and not get bothered, or have the trolls call the managers and tell them I'm playing loud music and get me chased out. So I have a couple of spots I'm not sharing at the moment. If I get new spots, I will share those old spots. Anyway, it wasn't too far away, so I'll just drive it there. I drive in like 20 miles an hour the whole way with my flashes on. I get there, I start looking into it. I gotta pull one of these airbags because the model numbers don't matter anymore, according to an RV repair shop. Called a few places asking about it, and they're like, "Oh, you need to bring it in." I gotta store it, and I found a place to bring it into. But also online, I'm seeing I can also just do the measurements myself and probably order it, which what's probably going to have to happen now, to order it. So that's what the plan was to pull the airbag, take it into a shop, have them measure it, and then get my new bags. And then the morning I decided to work from a motorhome. I was running on 3 hours of sleep. I didn't eat because of stress. I just don't have fucking time to eat when I'm that stressed. I just want to get right to work. I wasn't thinking straight, and I was trying to jack up the motorhome. I was trying to get a little more height on my jack by putting those wet, soggy 2x4s that I use as blocks, as my wheel blocks, to get another couple inches on the jack, because I wanted to go up high enough so I get another click on my jack stand. And give me a lot more. I was having a hard time to get to the bolts that really to unbolt the airbag. So I'm bolting it up on these two, and it's just really stupid. Everything I did that day was stupid. I didn't block the wheels. I forgot to block the wheels. And I was putting soft wood underneath 16,000 pounds, or however much the rear end of this weighs, 8,000 or more. I don't know. It was squishing the wood enough so that water was oozing out of it, and I just kept jacking. I just trying to recall everything. It's just I was not thinking clearly. I'm jacking and one of the 2x4s is getting compressed, and the RV starts rolling forward. And I notice movement. I look up, and oh fuck! It's just that, just like that. I just feel this. It's just I put both my hands on the ground and I push sideways. I get out from under that RV as fast as I can. And just maybe a quarter of a second after I got clear of the RV, it just came crunching down on my jack. Put a hole in the gas tank and drained $100 worth of gas, 30 gallons, all over the street. It just came out like a river. Panic mode kicks in. I run for my phone. I call 911. Every second is an eternity at this point, and I'm just like, they answer right away, of course, but to me it just seemed like forever, like rang twice. But it's quick, and they were out there quick. So anyway, I'm telling her the story. I was working on my RV. They tipped over. I busted the gas tank. It's dumping out gas everywhere. I'm telling her it's a river. It's a lake. There's a lake of gas, and somebody. I got there like 10 minutes later. I reach in. No, the first thing I do, before I made the 911 call was running. That's the first thing I clicked. It was like, refrigerator. Turn off the refrigerator. It's got an open flame. Go, go, go. I was in and out here so fast. And then I call. And I was on the phone. I was reaching over. I didn't want to go in the RV anymore because I was scared about static electricity and making a shock or something. The whole area around my RV just reeked like fuel. So I'm pacing. I'm pacing back and forth like I've never paced back and forth before in my life. I was had a fire extinguisher in my hand. And this was after the call. I told her everything, and you know, they're on their way. So I'm having this fire extinguisher. I'm pacing back and forth. I'm not letting anyone come near this motorhome. But no one. It was just the slowest time of the day, thankfully. And I was just pacing back and forth, pacing around in circles, around and around and around, back and forth, around and around, just all over the place. That. Just looking at this gas just pouring out of my RV, just pouring out. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to freak out about first. The fact that I just destroyed an $80 jack, and I have no way to jack up my RV now. Ooh. Slow down a little bit there. As I come into the parking lot, I'm on the side of a street, which has actually turned out to be a private road, apparently. There's a business on the right side, and they pull in there first, and I'm just over here. They finally see me and they come over. And as soon as they get there, I realize the gas is actually pouring down a drain. I'm like, oh no. I know that's bad. Anyway, I point that out right away to him, and they put down some stuff to block it. The first guy grabs the shovel and starts putting dirt down. The other guy grabs some like kitty litter looking stuff. And then they foam it all up. They bring out their hose, and I'm like, what? They're gonna rinse it down the drain? And no, it was just foam. Foam stayed put. Foam was there for a full like 24 hours. Didn't even dissolve or nothing. I don't know, that like contained it or something. It stayed there until the street sweepers came. There was a cleanup crew. There's a whole day to pump out probably like a $10,000 bill coming for all this. They got the ecology people came out and they're talking to me and like, well, you're the owner of the gas, and unfortunately it is in the drain system, and there's a bioswale nearby. I was like, oh, that's great. It's a big old cleanup effort after that. But anyway, the fire people come, they spray down the foam. And I've got video of all this. Once I catch up with everything. So they spray down the foam. They assess how much gas has been poured out. They're taking pictures of the jack that's kind of like stuck up in the gas tank. I don't like going over this right now. It's still too fresh for memory. This happened yesterday. And now I'm running on like no sleep. This is just the worst thing I've ever been through that I can remember. My RV is just sitting on the ground on its belly. Or on one side. Anyway, the tank and its rear end is sitting on the ground. Eventually, yeah, so they wait for the gas to completely drain out. They foam it up. Or they foamed it up. They wait for the gas to drain. And I kind of, like, while everything's doing their thing, I'm kind of pulling out my tools. It's like a mess there because I got my tools everywhere. So I'm like slowly grabbing my tools out. Eventually, they bring out some of their airbags and put the airbags into the rear of the motorhome, and they pumped it up for me. I didn't know what to do at this point. I can't believe they helped me get to that point. It's like, gosh, tow truck costs so much money, and they bring out a special wrecker fire truck. It's got a bunch of tools in it. It's like, that's the coolest thing ever. I got some video of it. It's a big old fucking tool truck. It looks like a fire truck, but it's called something. It had a name. But anyway, it's not for fighting fires. It has like a whole bunch of like recovery tools, and it's probably got like the jaws of life in there. Bring out these big old squares that are like bags, and they pump up the squares and brought up my rear end enough so I get my tires on. They took my generator. One guy helped me take the generator off, so you get the bags under the hitch area there. And they helped me put it back on and got my tires on, and that was that pretty much. It was not fun. Where did I leave off? So I'm just trying to give you guys an update. I'm trying to tell the story here. I'm kind of getting off track. It's going to be a while before I can get all this footage together, get all caught up on work. I've got so much work here to do. I just now got back from getting towed here. Had patches towed all the way from Vancouver. Bumpy ride, I'm sure. The hook for my water heater broke, and this fell, and the light's missing, and I think there's something broken in there. I hear something rattling around. I think I lost my water heater. I had a cheap little plastic hook. Well, not cheap. It was screwed in. It was just the hook, I guess, wasn't strong enough to hold the bouncing, and it just snapped. So I lost my water heater on the trip here too. So yeah, between everything, I'm going to be really busy. So I just want to get you guys an update. Stay tuned. So there's so much to do. I think the conduit video I'm busy right now, so if there's just give me a couple weeks before I get some videos up. I can at least do these little updates or something, but I had just finally put some money in my pocket. It felt great. I mean, $500 isn't a lot of money, but for me, it felt good. It felt good to finally feel financially secure a little bit. I'm in so much debt. I don't like to talk about it, but I'm in a lot of debt from credit cards and fines for no insurance tickets, and it's overwhelming. And yeah, now my money's all gone because I went to buy these airbags, hopefully fix this water heater, and I buy a new gas tank. I am broke now. That sucks. That's a horrible feeling. I am happy though because I have the money to fix this stuff. Usually I'd be just putting myself in more debt. Anyway, enough about money. I'm not trying to go anywhere with that. I'm just letting you guys know what's going through my head. A little devastated for losing my savings. That's depressing. A little devastated from watching $100 just pour out on the ground. From feeling really good about having half a tank of gas. I was so happy to have that. I had it for a whole 24 hours. And it just dumped out. So I'm tired. I am so far behind on sleep. I have appointments coming up for teeth cleaning. I wanted to order stickers. I wanted to get a UPS box so I could have a return address. I can't use this place for my return address. They don't want me giving out the address over the internet. There's this just huge list of things I need to do. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I write all over my windows. Check my brakes. See if I have a stuck caliper that's making it pull to the right. Check airbag leak. Well, now I know what was leaking. That bag was about to go out. The leak was getting worse and worse and worse, and then this happened, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. I'm glad I didn't go on some long road trip and have this happen. I need to look at the bright side of things. I'm not halfway out in the middle of nowhere. That's close enough that my relatives helped me out with their AAA. They have a AAA RV, allows 200 miles tow for your RV. And it's the end of the year, so they're going to get they get that once a year, so they'll get a whole new one here in less than a month. So they're happy to get some use out of their AAA. And I'm back up here to work, so I could spend all my money on the repairs and then get back to work, and hopefully I'll be back right to where I was. There's enough work up here. Anyway, I hope I covered enough. I got some video of everything. So stay tuned. Bear with me while I get caught up on things. I need to give my time to rest and try and give myself some time to relax. Get back on track. I can't even. I'm like shaking. Hope I didn't ramble on too much. Have a good night. Stay tuned. Got lots coming.